Hi everybody, thanks for visiting us here down at the DIAZ One Loft in Bushman's River mouth, a beautiful part of the Eastern Cape, right here against the coast. We are proud to introduce our One Loft to the rest of the country. The One Loft, DIAZ One Loft was initiated in 2008 when the first building was erected. The DIAZ One Loft started as a kind of a joke amongst friends. We were sitting underneath that big tree on the top there, and my brother-in-law here on my left, who's my operationals manager, and a friend of ours, Piet Steenkamp, we decided, and I looked at them and I said, the chaps with such a passion for a certain kind of sport, I'm sure we can turn this into a little business. And we sat down, and that's when the first pen was put to paper, and we discussed how we can start this, and we earmarked a little portion of the ground and said, listen, this is a correct place to start a One Loft. In 2008, we got the guys together in the clubs and said, listen, will you support us? And everyone was keen, and it was a good takeoff for the One Loft. We decided to start off small with 180 odd birds on the first intake, and the first race was in 2009. We decided to fly the east route initially, which down here at the coast is quite a difficult little route to follow. It's predominantly headwinds. That's why if you look over the history of 17 years of the existence of the DIAZ One Loft, our average velocities have never been much more than around 1,200 meters per minute. It's a tough route to follow. It's difficult because the terrain is not easy that we fly right into the Transkei and into KwaZulu-Natal. You have the Drakensberg on the left-hand side, you have the coast on the right-hand side, which makes it difficult for us to fly. But we took the chance, and we're still going after all these years. We enjoy the sport, we enjoy what we do, we enjoy the results, and at the end of the day, we believe that the birds that make our races, 10 consecutive races in a row, are the cream of the crop. Initially, we had a little bit of resistance against the fact that we decided to race 10 races in a row. Some chaps thought it was going to be a bit difficult, but we've proved that we must not underestimate the quality of the pigeons that the guys have sent to DIAZ One Loft. It has been a great pleasure to accommodate these guys, and we thank the guys that support us for entrusting us with their valuable goods and their birds that they've proven over the years how well they've been bred and trained. We have followed mostly from our auctions, after our auctions, how the birds that were bought and sent out for breeding, how well they've done as breeders as well after being acquired here at the DIAZ One Loft. For those who don't know what One Loft racing is about, you know, at a One Loft, in my opinion, the bird has to do all the work. Flying for home, which is lovely, but you have a jockey, the jockey of the bird. Yeah, all birds are level, the playing field is level. You know, the birds get all the same treatment, they get the same food, and they get treated equally. If the one bird gets treated with something, so does the other one. So at the end of the day, the bird that wins is actually the most important one. advantages of a one loft is also, to me, the bird that you buy at the one loft, you know the bird has done all the work. There was no extra initiatives and there's no luxury in the one loft where the bird gets, we don't have that luxury of saying, look, the bird can't go this week, we'll rest him. Here at DIAZ one loft, you have 10 consecutive races. So only at extreme times when the bird is injured or the bird's conditions down, the bird does not go. All birds go to the races, so at the end of the day, we certainly believe the cream of the crop makes these 10 races, no doubt. As I said before, the one loft, DIAZ one loft, started in 2008. It was a friendly little thing that started off and initiated, and it grew from there. And today, for the past 3 years, we have been able to accommodate over 1,000 birds every season. This year we had 1,300 and odd birds intake. We even introduced a new little series this year, the baby series, which was a new initiative. Also 8 races in a row, and they had to be rung with 2023 rings. Next year we'll carry on with this initiative and have the baby series and the main series. Just for an extra gees builder. I'm going to just ask Errol, my operations manager, just to give me his idea and give us some background of how we treat the birds and how we get them race fit. He's clued up on that kind of things, and I'll hand it over to him for now.
All right, firstly, our intake starts in October, and we do batches with the separations we have in the loft. Each separation can house about 200 birds. So we fill the loft up stage by stage. Once the loft is full and the birds are owned in the homing cage, we start letting them out so that they could start exercising. While the new birds are coming in, we do exactly the same program. We've got the medication routine that we put them through to give them their final or their booster injection against paramyxo, and treat them for whatever possible symptoms we can see on the birds. After 2 weeks, the birds are normally in the air already. They start exercising, and we keep this program going until end of March, while when the loft closes, after which the full-scale exercising starts around the loft for about a month, until we see that the birds can do about 2 hours around the loft. And then we start the road training, starting off at 10 kilometers and extending the distance toss by toss until we reach the 150 mark, after which the birds go to the first race. That's about it. The normal routine or daily routine for the loft is first in the mornings, Boeta and myself check the birds, see if there's any signs of illness or injury. And after we've walked through the loft and convinced ourselves the birds start exercising, they do about 2 hours around the loft every day in between races. And then they come in, they are watered and fed, and then they rest until the next day. And every week they go onto the race, they get basketed, and we take them out on the race program.
And then at end of the season, we obviously have our auction. And that's one of our prides that we have at DIAZ One Loft. Every year since the inception of the DIAZ One Loft in 2009, our average bird on the auction has increased considerably. Last year, our average price per bird after auctioning 200 birds was 8,800 Rand per bird, which to us is exceptionally well. And we thank the guys for seeing the quality and value the birds that do make this this whole program of ours, which we certainly believe is quite a tense program. Just to give you a bit of background about our auctions that we have every year, we're quite excited every year about our auction because it's over the years it's done extremely well, and the turnovers have grown over the years. And that's why we're so proud of our auctions, because we believe that the guys have seen the quality of birds that end up here, guys that have bought here before, that the progeny of the birds bred out of birds acquired at the DIAZ One Loft has gone on to win and breed champions. And obviously guys that have bred out of birds bought at the auction and entered them again, the babies entered them again here, have done well over the years. What we have a physical auction down at the club every year. We have a pre-bidding done on the auction houses. We always use SA Pigeon as our auction house up until now. We'll be splitting a bit between SA Pigeon and Best Pigeon coming up in the seasons. We like supporting as many people in the pigeon fraternity as we can. And then after the pre-bidding, we have the physical auction on the day where they all come down, and we have the auctions online as well. We tried it for the first time last year. It worked out quite well, and that's how we got the overseas buyers to bid on our birds as well, which we're quite proud of. So already we've had the international taste, which is great to the chaps that have entered birds here too. So we're definitely seeing an improvement as the years go by on our auction. Yes, we at this stage do not have any international intake, but we do have international buyers at our auctions, which has helped us quite a lot. It has been difficult to get birds in from overseas. That's made it a little bit difficult for us, but we're still working on that for the future. And I forgot to introduce my trainer at the back here, Buta Peterson. He's been with us since the word go as well. So the team of us, the three of us have been together right from the inception of the One Loft up until now. So we've been a team that stuck together for 17, how many years? 14, 17 years? 17 years up until now. What we've done this year, you know, if you look to your left, you'll see there's the old loft that we built. This one behind us is a loft that we built this year that can accommodate more birds. That's why we believe there is still growth, and there is going to be growth. What we're going to do next year is we're going to just add another wing towards the left of our loft to accommodate the baby series next year as well. Anybody that would like the rules and conditions, it's freely available on our website, www.diazoneloft.co.za. or you can give us a ring at any time on 082 890 9821, and we'll gladly assist you on the rules and conditions of our one loft. What I do normally tell the guys that are new, that are not, that don't know the area that we fly, is it is a difficult loft. There's no two ways about it. It's a tense program. It's a program that we do lose birds from time to time, but that's one loft racing to you, and it does make it, sometimes the figures or the losses do look a bit bad if it's a tense race, because we fly mostly headwinds, and the conditions that we fly in is not always predictable. To have 4 seasons in a race day down here at the coast is not, it happens more often than not. But it's been fun, and it's been good over the years, and we'll keep on doing it for Racing East, because we enjoy the end product that we get. But anytime anybody needs any information, we're always available. You can contact us either via email or WhatsApp or on our website, and we'll gladly assist. Thank you very much.